Earth signs, this is the good stuff coming to you right now. This is a timeless reading. So we are going to start with Taurus, then Virgo, and then Capricorn. So let's clear some space here and let's pull your first card for Taurus. Woo, already popping out. We have the lunar god, the masculine. Interesting, lunar, you think feminine, but this is the masculine. It's a protective energy type force, Taurus. And let's get another oracle card. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. All right, I think we're good. All right, anything else want to just pop out for us? All right. What do we have? We have Rise, she who surprises. So surprise, discovery, revelation. Sometimes I like surprises. Do you, Taurus? Way too many filling out there. So, discovery and revelation. All right. Anything want to pop for us one more time? Here we go. Nope. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep drawing in cards. Destiny. Diamond destiny. Acknowledge your mission. Align with your purpose. I'm sorry, I just can't help myself. Purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. Maybe it's part of that discovery. Maybe discovering man, I don't know why my brain is just not braining. So I think discovering the masculinity that you have inside. We're all aspects of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. There is a sense of protective energy, I think, around you right now. I think maybe you're wanting to protect something as well. I'm feeling it really in both ways. All right, so we have Capricorn energy here. We have the world. That's interesting. It just popped out. What else do we have for our lovely Taurus? Oh, we got another. Oh, look at that. Here you are. There you are, the Empress. I think that you are coming into some kind of balance here if you haven't already. But there's, what is this surprise about? I'm curious. You might be surprised how strong you are, Taurus. And we have the Three of Wands. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here for Taurus. Oops, we got a flipper. What do you have? Oh, Five of Cups. Okay. It's interesting. And this is a good stuffs read, so keep that in mind. You have Six of Pentacles. The cards are actually jumping. That's, we're got something to say here. All right. And Justice. We have some Libra energy there. All right, let's see if we can decode this mystery. All right. So I had to look up that masculine lunar god, and that it's a rare combination, but it's about feeling your intuition and protecting people or things that are weaker than you. So it doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine. There is a protector aspect here with that masculine energy. All right, so this is all of the energy that is around you right now. There's some kind of cycle, some kind of thing that you are completing because something new is coming in. The universe is helping you make room for this. This is about your mission, your destiny. And I think there could be. So we have the Five of Cups here. Yeah, loss, sorrow, but this is a good stuff to read. So I think what this is trying to say here for us is that this part of your life, this sorrow, this grief, regret, it's ending. You're closing out this part of your life, which is a good thing. You know, this person here, if this is you, I want to say needs to take comfort. I'm hearing that comfort. There is some type of protective energy around you right now as you are transitioning um, into this newness, this, I feel like this is a portal, this is a doorway that is opening up for you. And this feeling of sadness, it's just temporary, because even when, like, I've been using this reference a lot. When we were told that we were going to have to move from where we were, and we were really happy, we were initially very sad. We didn't want to go. We weren't expecting to go. So it was very unexpected. It was a surprise, right? And it was, it was a process getting out here. But now that we've made this transition, this move, this change, we are so happy. So I feel like kind of energy here. Something is going to be a surprise. It may not feel right initially, like this could be some kind of transformation here. It really could be with anything. It could be where you live, where you work, relationships, but it's here to level you up. That's what I'm feeling. And I'm really getting a level up feeling here for you, Taurus. We have you here, the Empress, which is all of the queens combined, really being in your element of being able to manifest things in the physical realm. That's what we have here with the Empress. So this cycle, this change, is going to create a lot of fairness in your life, a lot of abundance. We have this Justice card here, and we see the scales here again. So this is you're going to be sharing these gifts with the world, because look at this. This person is sharing to this child who obviously has more. So you might be donating more to organizations. And as a whole, if you think about it, nonprofits, organizations like that take donations, they will have a lot more than just one person can give. But I think what's happening here is that you are coming into a more affluent and abundant space where you can give more to charities, to your community. And that's what I'm getting here. And I feel like you're going to be giving a lot. And I think people might be surprised at this, but I think you're going to you probably going to be surprised how much you enjoy this giving. For one, I love giving gifts. I'll be honest, I'm not the best receiver. I don't know why that is. I love to give. I love to see the look of surprise and joy on someone's face when I give them something, or a compliment, or just anything. And so I see a lot of happiness coming in for you with this transition. It might, throw you off your game a little bit at first. I don't think you're going to really expect it, but it's going to bring you into your power more. This is about taking a leadership role too, this masculinity. And I think that's part of our purpose here, is to share our gifts, share our resources with each other, right? Sharing our happiness. That's what I'm seeing here. I think you can really create anything you want right now. We see this electrical, magical fire in her hands. You put your knowledge, your swords, your passion, your wands, your heart with your cups, and bring that into the practical real world with the pentacles here. Wow. I mean, I see this all coming together for you, and it might even surprise you, but I feel like this is your destiny, diamond destiny. And I think these opportunities, this expansion is really going to be, it's going to be almost like a mirror effect. You're going to be looking for it, and it's going to be looking for you. It will align in like divine timing. I feel like with this justice card here, this is that I'm getting a, this is your destiny, you know, to have this truthful insight about why we're really here, you know. And I really feel, this is just my opinion, it's my feeling, that the reason why we're here is love, you know. And so that's just what I think, to experience love, to give love, and to create magic here on earth. And I get the feeling that the universal laws are on your side. This is that karma. This is that cause and effect. So what you are seeking out here, Taurus, it's seeking you too. It's bringing those vibrations in. If you think about it, they're matching up. They're getting closer. You know, it's like attracting like. So I feel like this is the universe helping this. It's like divine order, you know? And I don't mean just like law and order, but that's kind of, it's like the law of attraction, the order of the universe, right? What you are seeking out is seeking you. I keep hearing that very strongly, Taurus. So this time right now, you might be surprised at how magical you are and what you can create here, because this is a new cycle for you. You're stepping into a more, this leadership kind of role, this possibly doing things for your community. You know, I'm reminded of those people who do YouTubes and TikToks where they do people's lawns for free, you know, giving back, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be, but that's just kind of what comes to mind right now. But these situations, the more you think about it and the more you send those waves, those thought waves into the world, it's going to return. You know, it might take some time. There's an element of time here. We've got a clock here, we've got this wheel here, and we got karma here with this card. Because our actions have consequences. That's what this is talking about very directly. And so, what are you looking to expand? What are you putting your mind and your passion to with these wands? You know, this kind of reminds me of the hermit. He's got the staff with the, or not really a staff, he does have a staff, but he has a lantern, and that is the star, hopes and dreams. What are you focused on manifesting? That's what this is asking. That's what I'm seeing here, Taurus. Very prosperous time for you. It's whatever you're thinking about, you're bringing about. Now, some of you, if you are looking for love, you have a love charm, attract a lover, soulmate, or a life partner. If that's what you want, you can manifest it. And we have successful career, a happy working environment, pay rises, I would say raises, and promotions, if that's what you want. You know, you do the work and it will happen. It will line up with you. Make yourself priceless, you know, invaluable, right? That's what I'm seeing for you here, Taurus. Woohoo! I think it's pretty good stuff for you. I mean, you got successful career, you got love if you want it, manifest whatever you want, you know. All right, that's all the messages I'm getting for you, lovely Taurus. So let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, this is the good stuff coming to you right now, and this is a timeless reading. So welcome, and let's start drawing your oracle cards to see what good stuff is coming to you. It seems like so far most of these readings have been very, very deep in what is coming. So let's see what we get for you, Virgo. My pug just went under my chair. Get out of here. We have adversity. See the gifts in challenge. One can be taught within the calm, but the greatest lessons are learned from storms. Very true. That's how we learn our greatest strengths. our perseverance, all of our trials and tribulations in life paints the portrait of who we are. Okay. Let's see what else we can get for you, Virgo. Oh, Yelena, she who knows. This is the portrait for the deck here. Wisdom, clarity, and resolution. Wow, that really goes with that so beautifully. She who knows. I really like that. Very beautiful card. All right. We have two cards pop out for you. We have focus and pleasure. You know, focusing on what makes you happy, what brings you pleasure. Nothing wrong with that. 14 and 18 there. We're going to give you both. You got both, so you get it. I think you've probably been through a lot in your life, but you've learned so much. You wouldn't really be who you are if you hadn't experienced those things. Because if we had time machines and we could go back and not experience all the rough patches, we wouldn't be nearly as deep as an individual, not nearly as thoughtful about things. So be proud of who you are and how you got to where you are. All right, there it is. That's that adversity right there. The 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. Oh, yep. That adversity is coming out here, but this is a good steps read. So all those things that has happened for you in the past has made you who you are. So let's see what else we have here. Bam. 6 of Pentacles went from a 5 to a 6. We have the Queen of Wands, Aries energy, and the 3 of Pentacles. Good stuff coming to you. I do feel resolution here. We have wisdom, clarity, and resolution. You, because of your past experiences, you have probably felt this way at some period of time in your life, felt ghosted, left out in the cold. Maybe there was times in your life where you weren't focused on your strengths. Oh, there have been times where you feel like you were abandoned, left alone. This building behind Winona Ryder here, and her kid looks like Winona Ryder, is sanctuary. Should be. It's supposed to be sanctuary, but it's not. So those instances, this adversity, you learned about your strengths. You learned how to navigate the storm. This is a winter storm. It's cold. It's brutal. You learned how to survive. And it has transcended in such a way that now that you are doing better, that now that your resources have been restored through efforts of your own or, help from others, you are now in a position where you can give back. And it feels really, really good. You're probably giving to organizations that once helped you when you were down. That's what I'm seeing here with these two cards. There is a beautiful progression from this discord and chaos and suffering here into, look at this lovely lady. She is now able to give back, and there is a equal reciprocity feeling here with this card. What you give, you get back, and vice versa. So this was a very deep and meaningful and learning experience for you, whether it was recently or something you experienced in childhood. in a place that you realize you don't want to go down that road anymore. It made you stronger as an individual. Because look at this, the good stuff coming to you by perseverance, by focusing on your strengths, and doubling down on what you know how to do, what you're good at. 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. This is everything you could need and want in the resources that you have in the world. We're talking shelter, money, just whatever is important to you. This is very good. This is the energy that you're going into, you're in. You might be coming out of this and going into this. But you've got this resolve now, Virgo. You have this Queen of Wands mentality of, this is my rodeo, this is my show, my life. I'm going to live it my way. Because we do have these suns right there, and the sun is all about, happiness. You could even say pleasure. And she's holding the Ace of Wands here. And the Queen of Wands is a card of Aries because it's cardinal energy. And Aries is a very bold, very energetic, very daring energy. This is taking leadership for your pentacles, for this family legacy, if you will. This is being the queen of that. Never being down here again, because this is like rock bottom, but there's only up from there, right? This is you building a legacy for your family and future generations. Absolutely. And she also, it's so important that, like the Queen of Wands, she will learn as she goes. She doesn't need to know everything. She just jumps right in. I will figure it out as I'm doing it. And that is a really good energy, because sometimes people can get locked up because they think, oh, I don't know enough about this or that, I could never do it. No, let's just get started with it. So she doesn't let anything hold her back. Don't let anything hold you back from this 10 of Pentacles. She's got focus, a lot of focus, and she's directing it towards something. And in this case, I feel like it's happiness, and a focus on Pentacles, having enough resources to never be in this 5 of Pentacles. Again, this is possibly opening your own business, being your own boss, or just really taking control of your resources in your time management, everything like that. So this is very good. And here we have another 5. So we have the hardship over here with the resources. And then we have hardship over here with matters of the heart, emotions. It could be that you've had some failed relationships. Who hasn't? This could be regrets about things that didn't work out. This could be regrets and sadness about things you no longer have. But there's an element here of you not wanting it anyway. So there's an element of change here, of starting to realize what you do want. I think you know what you don't want in a romantic thing or a heart-wise type thing. But the energy that is here to help fix it is the 3 of Pentacles. It's when you focus on your work, when you focus on your pentacles, when you focus on something that is creative, when you focus on teamwork, working with others, being productive, being of service, Virgo, is a big deal for your sign. And so when you focus on the positive aspects of life, this kind of thing, it kind of takes a back seat, because this is just being focused on what you don't have, what's no longer there, what you don't want. It's a very negative energy to be in, quite honest. This could be depression too for some of you, which means you just need a rest, right? But this is saying that being with people that are also creatively um, in the same mindset as you, working with others to reach a goal. Because what we see here is these architects, right? They're explaining what they want. This person is drawing it up and making things happen. So when you are doing something, I think you're motivated by seeing results. I mean, who isn't, right? So maybe have, when you focus on something that brings you pleasure, possibly of being of service, working with people, have, maybe celebrate your little milestones if you want to. Something that kind of, this is about letting the past go and focusing on the future. This is done. None of this is happening anymore, and it needs to be kind of washed away is what I'm hearing. Washed away. Letting it go. And you learn lessons from this. Oh yeah, the storms. And it's time to let that just kind of fade away from you. Just keep the lessons. And that's what we see here with this, focusing on the future and focusing on teamwork and working with others. That's what I have for you, Virgo. I hope I didn't call you Taurus. Did I? I don't know. I think I said Virgo. Let me put my little card down. So I try to keep the current card up. That's too many. All right, Virgo. Yeah, I think you've been through a lot. You've had heartaches. You've probably, been laid off from work or been in between jobs, but I think it has given you a lot of wisdom now. I think you've learned a lot of lessons, and you're primarily focused on being happy. I like that. Ah, woohoo! Yep, there it is. Felix Felicitas, right there. Liquid luck, power symbol to create lucky, serendipitous events. I love it. I love it. Professor Slughorn would love it. So do create those lucky, serendipitous events. You can do it, Virgo. All right, that's all your messages. And now let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, welcome to your good stuffs reading. Only the good stuff, what's coming to you right now. This is a timeless reading. So let's draw your oracle cards and see what's going on good with you. We have energy. Life force is flowing. Open yourself to receive the power from within. What a beautiful card. Woo! Get a fiery feeling from that. All right, let's see what your next oracle is. Ooh, we had a flipper. Let's see. She who whispers. Concia? Secrets, confessions, confidant. Some more of that kind of topaz, orangey energy there. That gives me a high priestess feel because she is the knower of secrets, right? She certainly is. I don't touch on that very often, but she definitely is. Ooh, we got a flipper. We have assessing. Look at that. First quarter moon with a 9. I think you're keeping quiet about something. You're watching, waiting. What are you watching and waiting for, Capricorn? Let's see what the tarot has to say. This is the good stuff coming to you. Maybe you're about to learn a secret. 5 of Cups. Okay. I think you're learning a secret about something from your past that was probably disappointing. Might give you some clarity. I mean, it's past energy, right? So we have the 10 of Cups. That's nice. And the 9 of Pentacles. I like that very much. I love that card. All right, let's see what the crossing energy is for you here, Capricorn. feel like you got your eye on something here. And you've got this life force energy coming through you. Okay. Yep. Oh my goodness, you got two. So these two popped out, right? So I'm going to put them there in the middle. You're going to have an interesting reading here, Capricorn. And the Six of Cups, that nostalgia card. Yeah, for a lot of people. All right, so in this good stuffs read, I do think you healed, because that is the Three of Swords. It's a card of healing. And especially this one, because the swords have been removed from the heart, and what's left is this delicate, like, remembrance of a past event, keeping only the good, letting go of the bad. Almost has a Six of Swords kind of feel to this Three of Swords. But this would tell me that you healed something from your past. You have healed something. You are actively healing something from your past, a loss of some kind. It could have been a job loss. It could have been a family member, friend, pet, any kind of thing like that. This is also disappointment, regret, all those kind of feelings that we just don't want to have, don't like to have, but they happen because it's life. But I'm really glad it's being crossed by the Three of Swords, because it says that you are healing something from your past, because that's what this card calls for. So I don't want to harp on that. That's just kind of is what it is. And I think you're being facilitated now to deal with that if you're going through it. Because you have this life force energy, you have this assessing, so you're taking care of things. You're taking care of things. And this is very interesting. You have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. So I do feel this is an energy that's coming in after that has been dealt with here. And that's being crossed by, look at this transformation. This is the Death card. It's about letting things go. This is about letting this past go, letting go of the hurt, the pain, the suffering. And that energy is being crossed by the Star. This is renewed hope for your dreams, renewed hope for happiness. This, whatever happened here, it could have been a blessing in disguise, is the kind of feeling I'm getting here. And if it wasn't a blessing in disguise, like if it wasn't something that was toxic and should have ended and yada yada, this is just that moving on period. I mean, Death, he looks really bored here. But this is just part of that transformation that we all go through in life. And I think it's really interesting that both of these came out at the same time. So you're letting go of what's gone. It's gone. Being connected to your hopes and dreams right now, Capricorn. I think you're being imbued with this life force energy. It's kind of renewing your hopes here and renewing this desire for this Ten of Cups, whether it's, this is just a happy family card. Whatever your family is to you, it could just be you and your pets, or you and your friends, or just however it comes, right? I feel like this is a renewed focus after this transformation and letting things go. Really beautiful, transformative energy there, Capricorn. And so we have these two lovely ladies here. We have the Nine of Pentacles. This is like being set stable on your feet. This is self-sufficiency, taking care of everything. It's one away from the Ten of Pentacles. I almost feel like this is even better than the Ten of Pentacles, because you still are striving for a little bit more. And this could be saying that you are using special skills, or you might have a special skill. You're really good at something, because being a falconer is a very specific type of skill. But this is also a card of little luxuries. I think you're treating yourself now um, to nice things that you may not have had in the past. I think you're enjoying this self sufficiency here, this Nine of Pentacles. And there is an element here of nostalgia crossing over it. I think you now that you've had this success here in your resources, you now have time to appreciate the past. You can appreciate all the lessons you've learned, everything that has happened to you on this journey. You can look back at, the happy memories, the good stuff. A certain song or a certain smell can transport you to another, space and time and bring back those happy memories. But I do like this. This is very nice, especially since it's on the opposite end of this, because I feel like there's a steady progression here, Capricorn, where you're focused on your manifestation and your resources and having enough, but also, not forgetting where you came from. This is really truly appreciating all the happiness that is around you right now and all the abundance too. These cups here are really filled with a lot more good stuff than the bad stuff. I feel like you have successfully turned off the disaster radio in your mind if it was ever playing. So this looks fabulous to me, Capricorn. So it seems like these readings for the good stuff, they are very introspective, very deep. These are the good stuff coming to you is very, very deep on like a soul level for all of the signs so far. Really about happiness. Just being happy. Ooh, I saw it. Oh, looky there. We have Earth. Ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. This is neat. This came out. If you've ever heard of earthing or grounding, if you need it, you can go outside, directly put your feet on the ground for 15 minutes or so, and the earth will help heal you. It heals inflammation and all. There's actually studies done. This does actually work. It helps heal your body faster. And I recently ordered some sheets, grounding sheets from Amazon, and I'm so super excited about getting those grounding sheets. If I remember, I'll let you guys know if it works. It should work. I'm very hopeful for that because I do have inflammation in my body and just all kinds of strange things for someone my age. But anyway, yes, maybe look into some earthing and some grounding work if you need it, especially if you're still going through this period right here. But otherwise, I mean, this has a great conclusion. You're going in the right direction. And I really like this for you, Capricorn. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you have an idea for these bonus weekend readings, drop it down in the comments below. And yeah, it's a great way to stay in shape. So that is going to be it for now, and we will see you next time.